Well, this is the swan song for Quad Web, which honestly, I don't feel bad because she gives, I don't give a crap. I'm the queen bee. Y'all need me. I don't need you type of vibe. Like, Heavenly was on Carlos King's show and was like, she's rude to the production. She's rude to the crew. She says, I don't need you. I'm just here for my check. Which, at the end of the day, yes, you could be co workers, but you could also be cordial. Like Phaedra Parks is a co-worker, but she acts like she's interested in them, whether she is or not, and they buy it. So in this life, you cannot act like you're above people. Unfortunately, that's what's killing Quad, and she does not know how to turn back the hands of time. So the core for me, Toya orchestrates this conversation, which is weird because these ladies have never respected Toya. So this turn of events going on this season, I don't even know how to take it because Heavenly is saying nothing but good stuff about Toya. So I'm like, why is it now? Why wasn't this? That's why it's giving a bit of fakeness, but maybe this is a turnaround. Next season will prove to us if it is, because all of a sudden people are being called to meetings by Toya and showing up and listening and actually doing what Toya is asking them to do, which is like, when did this happen? But they talk about Quad and Toya is like, I don't know if to invite her. We're not really friends. They almost came to blows at that the revival of Quad, the burial scene with Phaedra, which went flat because Phaedra literally brought Quad over there to, a man atoned for her sins because the girls have been saying, you're not a real friend, this and that. And she couldn't apologize because Quad thinks she's right. She's always thought she was right. That's why her and Mariah's friendship broke up. Simple as that. So the girls are kind of like going back and forth about what to do about Quad. At the end of the day, they're like, let's invite her, let's give her another chance and see where this goes. But yeah, it doesn't really go anywhere good. Then Heavenly and Alora. Oh my god, Alora is so country and she's so cute. And I'm so excited for her because she's a young lady that knows what she wants. And it's beautiful to see. She's going to do great things. And we are excited for you, Alora. Then Cecil and Simone are buying their spoiled sons an apartment, which is good. I'm all for generational wealth. The first son, I think, is Miles. He gives me pause for concern because he's been in college now like 5, 6 years, and I don't even think he's gonna graduate because Simone keeps threatening him. If you're not done in a year, this and that will happen. And he just is like hee ha ha ha. And I'm like, bro, what is your plan? Because you're in this second part of your 20s, you're about to be 30. Like, what is your plan? And not to put pressure on him, I don't even care if he becomes like, a street performer, but have a plan. He just seems like he's just there. At least the other one is in college. He's kind of doing his own thing. He seems like he's going to graduate with a degree. So that's good. Simone feels like at least that's good. So she's getting him a condo and she's like, for 1 year, the one that is still in college will not pay rent. And the other one, the younger one, has 2 years because he still has 2 years of college. And once they graduate, they're going to start paying her rent. She gives them rules and regulations, which they're all geeking about because they're not about to follow it. But one thing she says, like, they will have to come back home. And I know none of them want to come back to my house. So let's hope it takes because I don't know. Then Eugene and Toya talk about the trip. They all get to San Francisco. They fly differently. I guess Jackie had some engagement. But apparently, Quad and Phaedra are supposed to fly together, and Phaedra's fake self cancels her flight and joins Jackie's flight because she's like, girl, I ain't bringing you around these women. You already caused too much smoke for me. I don't have time for it. You were supposed to atone, and you sure as hell did not atone. And Phaedra is like, I'm not about this. And Heavenly goes a lot into it too about why Phaedra left Quad because in her mind, when she brought her to that, revival service, this was Quad's time to be like, take the sword and just put your hands down. Like, I messed up. Let me get myself together. I'm sorry. This is me being a new. But she couldn't do that. And Phaedra is like, I'm washing my hands clean. Then in the bus, Heavenly and the new girl, Sweetie, kind of get into it about the wedding. And Sweetie, I mean, she stands her ground. I'm happy to see more about her. This episode was not really about Sweet Tea. And Dr. Alicia keeps traveling with them, but apparently she had good scenes, but we are not seeing any of them, unfortunately. So they get to San Francisco for their wine tasting and all that. Rooms, there's no fight with the rooms. Quad gets there. Toya kind of says she forgot to give Quad a room because she wasn't sure she would show up, but eventually they figure that out. Ladies are having a nice time, spa day, everything. Then eventually Phaedra and Jackie show up. They're the last to join the crew. Phaedra, she's still, she's a lawyer. She's still practicing her law and lying because she's like, no, nothing is wrong with me and Quad. But you could tell her demeanor was like different because initially it was like Quad, 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 like all giddy. But now she's like, yeah, we fine. Nothing is wrong. So they go to the dinner from hell. I feel like every of these shows have a dinner from hell. So it starts off cute. Quad comes. The temperature of the whole dinner changes. You could feel it. But she's also still fake as hell. I feel like Quad, if she took this bull by the horn, like, girls, I feel like the vibe is off. Let me address this. I know maybe at the revival thing, I didn't come up. She doesn't do that. So she's there trying to fake. So Simone starts asking her questions like, girl, you kind of are off. And she's like, well, I don't have an emotional connection to you. Simone is like, okay, so what changed? Why are you back now? Basically, like, why are you back on the show? Is the question, but he can't ask that. She's like, why are you back in the group? Then Heavenly chimes up. Heavenly's like, I feel like you're using me because you weren't talking to me when you and Phaedra were kicking. Then when Phaedra did not invite her to the winery thing, she calls Dr. Heavenly. Dr. Heavenly is like, girl, I like you. I feel like you're my sister, but don't use me. Like, I do not want to be used. So it's just like craziness, even at this being called out. And apparently they've all been talking behind her back. But Heavenly put everything on the table. She's like, Phaedra said she didn't want to fly with you. Phaedra is done with you. Dr. Jackie said you're using me. And she's just saying all this. Toya is like geeking because for once, she's not the one going at it with Quad. And Quad still cannot take ownership. I think that's what kills the girls. I think if she took ownership and acted, you don't even have to believe that you want to be there. And maybe she really doesn't want to be there. And that's also a choice. She could walk away from that. But don't keep showing up and giving us less than. According to Heavenly, she comes to like their shootings like 4 hours late. She's just nasty to the rest of the girls. And I'm just like, what the hell is going on? Like, it seems like Quad feels she's better than this group for sure. Because if you see the girls she hangs out with on Instagram, it's not these ladies. So at this point, Quad should just leave. Leave gracefully at this point. All right, guys, tell me what y'all think. Bye.